your company been struggling with figuring out a way to reach the younger generation? Well, our team has developed a way to emphasize the importance of building networks within the internet. And you will enjoy our team's presentation about our new game, Networking City. Our team has bridged the gap between young and old and put the importance and value into the internet network. And it really works well with the way that our game is set up. Now, let's take a look at how our game works, since I know you're wondering. Our game is a city. You have to build a city on our game. And this game is set up for the Xbox 360 format. So many players can play that because most of the population has an Xbox 360. And the game is rated E for everyone, so players of all ages can enjoy, young and old. You can compete as a player online with other players from all over the country or the world, or you can play on your own if you choose. The object of the game is to have the most buildings, which will earn the most money. Buildings equal money on this game. And in order to do that, you build the city just like you would an internet network, comprised of different components within a network, such as the router, the server, the client, and so on. Now that you have an idea of where our team is going with this game, let us dig deeper with David so you all understand why our team's game is the best choice in reaching the younger generation with the old.
Thank you, Gloria. Now I know what many of you may be thinking. You may be thinking that this game will be very complex to build. The reality is that this will be a very simple game. Now the object of this game is to build a city. In the city you have houses. Now these houses represent your client computers in a network. Additionally, you're going to have commercial buildings. Now these commercial buildings, what these are going to represent is your .com web domains on the internet. Also, the third thing you're going to have is government buildings. Now these buildings will be buildings that do cost the city money. They do not generate revenue, but they are essential to every city. Examples of these would be your police stations, fire stations, hospitals, libraries, or any other government buildings that are commonly found in any city. Now the houses, they're going to generate revenues through purchases. Additionally, they're going to buy security systems that are sold by the city. Now these security systems are going to represent firewalls. Now your commercial buildings, how those are going to generate revenue, they're going to generate revenue through taxes. They're going to generate revenue through sales tax and also local taxes for the property that they occupy. Now in terms of gameplay, there's going to be 3 ways that you can play this game. You can play it alone against a computer player. You could play it online with a friend that's maybe next door or down the street. Now this is done through a user ID lookup. Each person online will be given their unique user ID. Additionally, you can play it with somebody anywhere in the world by creating a random game. Now the platform that we have chosen for the pilot on this game is the Xbox 360. The reason we chose this console is for cost, and this is a perfect console for a pilot game. Now the rating on this game will be rated E for everyone. Now the benefit of this rating is that it will decrease the reluctance by parents to purchase this game for their kids. Additionally, it's going to decrease the reluctance of retailers to sell this game. Now in terms of costs, I know that this is something that is very important. In a game such as this, code can be used and reused for different buildings. This means that each programmer will only have to create a design for approximately 20 buildings. Now these buildings can be reused, and there will still be some variety in the look of the buildings within the game. Expected time to market for a game of this size and structure is approximately 10 to 12 months. So this means that your organization could potentially have a new game out on the shelf in less than a year. The benefits of creating a game like this is that it's educational. It's going to teach children about how networks work. Anybody who's interested in a future in IT is going to need to know how a network functions. Additionally, this game's going to be entertaining for these children. They're going to be able to watch their progress as their city grows. They're going to be able to watch the daily lives of the people as they interact with different parts of their network within the internet. Now, in terms of children who are a little bit competitive, there will be a ranking system for this particular game that will rank who has had the biggest city built within a particular time frame. Now, the earning potential in a game like this, you're looking at generating revenue not only from upfront sales, but also you're going to generate revenue from some residual income from subscriptions based on who is playing your game online. Now that you've had some information about the game, here's Crystal to wrap it all up for you.
Hello, my name is Crystal Holmes, and I'll be discussing the latter part of our proposal of our speech to you today. Kind of going over some of our main areas you've heard already today, and discuss those areas as well as kind of reintroduce you to who you spoke with today. So first, I'll start off by saying, definitely talk about the objectives of the game Networking City. It is an online player versus player environment created to simulate virtual cities on the internet, where players in this environment compete to be the main conglomerate of their simulated city. Our game and its purpose can be simulated in the following three main areas. First area, game dynamics on a single platform, and it's rated E for everyone. So that single platform you've heard discussed today has been the Xbox 360 platform, and that's our sole platform for our game. Online player versus player environment. The online player versus player environment creates that environment so that players all over the world can compete against each other in this gaming system where they're building their cities. The third one is game objective. So the game objective is exactly what it is. What is your objective in the game? So you have heard the main characteristics of what we're proposing. We would like to conclude with the introduction of speakers today, along with additional insight on Network City. So you've heard our introduction today from Gloria Robb. Also, you've heard a little bit more, a deeper dive from David Jones into the game system and what it has to offer. And also just kind of hearing from me to kind of get a little conclusion or a recap of what you've heard today. You need to get it fresh on your mind. So as you can see, Networking City has many game features you could try that will enhance your virtual city and make it more interesting. There are multiple game dynamics on a single Xbox 360 gaming platform, which we've already said. The game is rated E for everyone, allowing for a wider audience. As in similar games, you may have seen many features become routine. However, like you've seen in Networking City so far, things are done in many different ways. Therefore, you have the types of game objectives you've already know to enjoy. You will experience something new, and also you can change your virtual environment. So in accepting this proposal for Networking City, it will be not only increase your gaming audience, but it will exceed in your expected revenue by less expenditures on coding for multiple gaming platforms, introducing online player versus player interaction and enhanced gaming features unlike its competitors. So we challenge you to go and compare our game with others, and we can guarantee you we have some things you've never done before.